My Cousin Vinny is an all-time great. What was it like on the set with Pesci?
It was great. It was great. That was one, I call that movie the late for dinner movie, because when it's on,
It's remote
you're
drop.
going to be late.
Doesn't matter
you just
what
can't.
you're doing.
It is like that. It was funny on the page and even funnier on the screen. Great to be a part of that. Great ensemble cast. Obviously, Marissa was launched into the stratosphere and won the Oscar for that. And Joe just came off of Goodfellas, had just won the Oscar.
I know. So and now you're on the set with Pesci?
And I've signed cans of tuna for people. That's kind of the funny, I always like that because people do bring me cans of tuna and they say, will you sign, I shot the clerk of the 2 Utes or something like that. And you oblige. It's awesome. Of course, man. You sign up for that to say, no, I won't do that. It's just hideous.
I will not sign tuna.
I will not sign tuna.
Does the person eat the tuna after?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I've seen a couple of them in box frames. But I guess they're always looking for something besides an 8x10 glossy. And so a can of tuna probably stays pretty good.
I know. A couple more minutes here with Ralph Macchio. Again, check out YouTube Premium's Cobra Kai right now. Stream it. It's already been picked up for a second season, which I do want to talk about before moving on from My Cousin Vinny, because in our show history, we're this October going to be on for 4 years. The first ever Super Bowl guest for us, coming off of the Deflategate game between the Patriots and the Colts. This is a true fact that will never be taken away from us. I don't know who is ever going to take it away from us. In the history of our Super Bowl shows, our first guest was Marissa Tomei.
Wow.
Who we tracked down and said we had to speak to her because Bill Belichick, in his post AFC Championship press conference prior to getting on a plane to the Super Bowl, dropped a Mona Lisa Vito reference.
I just never forget that. First of all, I got to get that tape of Marissa on the show. I got to see that.
It was. She couldn't have been nicer. She called in.
Amazing.
It was the first guest. Like, she could only do it like literally 2 minutes after we go on the air. We're here in this
but that's
our first ever Super Bowl
show. Did she know of the Mona Lisa Vito drop?
She had to. She said that her phone exploded.
I was driving. On Long Island, and I was listening to this. And then when just hearing Mona Lisa, it's not the Mona Lisa Vito of I almost drove off the road. And I looked around to see if I could share this with anybody. And everybody was just going about their business. No one had, and I had to stop, and then I was just dying to say, did you hear that?
Right.
It just felt so out of character and out of everything. I want to know the genesis. He'll never give it to you because he's a man of few words, I would imagine. What was the genesis of coming up with that? Was it thought through? It's like a great sports announcer when they, I don't know who it was when I heard it's Pandemonium and Piscataway. Remember that? That was, we learned years later, that was preconceived.
Sure.
So was this something Belichick pulled out of his back pocket, or was he coached?
If I ever do have a moment with him, I will ask him on behalf of you and everybody
that's it.
else.
And I want you got to hit me back.
Is
on
it
that.
something that he's seen over and over and over again,
I'm
and
assuming.
just pulled out of his pop
Lisa
culture
Vito.
head?
I mean, that's great.
Or was he just remote drop? Like, as you said, it's a remote drop movie. Was he just the night before?
It's positive.
Having watched it, it's positive.
Positive. Great stuff. Man.
Exactly. I know. It's interesting. We once, I think, try to bring it up to Pesci at a golf tournament.
Correct.
That might have been tougher.
Tournament
That might have been
afterwards.
tougher.
And he was, I think, already a couple of fingers into his drink, and pulled out
a few martinis.
And he pulled out a pocket knife, right?
He did.
He pull out a knife?
He pulled out a pocket knife.
Not because of that, but just because he's Joe freaking
Right.
Pesci.
Right. That's
He does whatever he wants. He does whatever he wants.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.